did the people there talk to you about Islam, or they didn't talk to you about Islam at all? Or you just come visiting and you left?
Sorry?
No one, did anyone talk to you about Islam?
Not in Egypt.
Okay.
In Egypt, in
Morocco?
Morocco.
Okay, that's good.
And Tunisia a lot.
Okay, that's good.
I've been talking with people because I went with my
Assalamu alaikum. How are you? Good? Barakallah fi, jazakallah khair.
I went with my husband. Now husband was just no husband, was a boyfriend.
Okay.
Now he's our husband.
Okay.
We went by motorbike in Tunisia.
Okay.
Tunisia, and then we've been traveling, and something happened to us. A lot of problem with the motorbike. By motorbike. No, we had the broken motorbike.
I understand, yeah.
Several times, 3 times, 4 times, and every time there was somebody helping us.
Okay, alhamdulillah, that's
And
good.
a couple of times there were people
Muslims, yeah.
and they see there was God.
Talk to you about Islam and tell you about God.
They were lucky to meet us because they could help us.
Alhamdulillah.
They were really nice.
We try to do that.
Very nice people.
Yes, that's good. We try to do that because we say this is our purpose. One day I'm going to leave this life. Everyone is going to leave this life, right?
They had nothing and they helped us.
Alhamdulillah.
One night we slept under the roof, under the cave.
Okay.
Inside the cave.
Okay, that's good.
There was a family with many children and they didn't have nothing. They didn't have light.
Okay.
They light the cave.
Candles or something like that?
No, with the car.
With the car? Oh, yeah, okay, the light of the car, okay.
And we had the problems. We were in the desert. They help us and they bring in the cave.
Okay. Alhamdulillah, that's good. That's interesting. That's good.
They were happy, no? They were sleeping under the cave and they moved all the family to give the place to us.
MashaAllah. So they left the whole place for you so you can stay in it.
And they
MashaAllah.
take the children and went to sleep in the other cave that was a kind of
MashaAllah. So these kind of actions Muslims do because Islam teaches them to do it, right? So we behave this way because we know there is an afterlife. We know there is accountability for the deeds that we do. So we find it very important that we educate or we tell other people about Allah or about the Creator, about what's going to happen to them when they die. Because if I want good for you as well, I don't want you to die and then end up in a place which is not good for you. I want you to end up in paradise, right? So when I tell you, for example, when I told you about something cannot come from nothing, I'm trying to bring you to the attention that there has to be a creator, there has to be something out there in order for the universe to exist. And if there is something out there, then there has to be a message that something sent to us as well, a purpose in our life that we need to do. And this is the message of the Quran, that you've been living for a long time, you came across a lot of Muslims, the Muslims told you about Islam, so you had a lot of chances, right? And I hope you do accept Islam before we leave this life, me or you. I can leave it tomorrow before you, you can leave it tomorrow before me. So I think it's a very important thing to take it seriously and to try your best from today to actually investigate this truth. Because as I said to you, death does not have favorites, right? It doesn't matter how old I am, you know, my son can die before me, right? So if we do not know when we're going to die, if there is a creator,
but
then
for you is I mean every creator of the different religion is fine, huh?
No, we believe there's one truth. There's one truth. So Allah says in the Quran that whoever seeks any religion other than Islam, it's not going to be accepted from him. And he will be amongst the losers in the hereafter. So he'll be losing in the hereafter, right? So Allah says, Inna Deena inda Allah al-Islam.
You don't think you have to respect the other religion?
Respect is fine. So respect means I allow you to practice. But look, I can allow you to do something, but I still believe it's wrong. Like I allow another person to smoke cigarettes, but I know he's wrong, right? So is the difference between saying something is wrong and stopping or like forcing someone not to do something, right? So we say yes, if you mean by respect letting them practice, yes, we let other people practice the religion, but in the same time we explain that this is not correct, right? This is not what Allah taught you to do, and this is not good for you. You might think it's good for you, but it's not. So I'm trying to tell you why it's not good for you. Because if Allah gave me everything and then I worship this bottle, that is the biggest sin against Allah. Allah gave me my life, Allah gave me my soul, Allah gave me my body. I don't worship Him, but I start worshiping this bottle. It's a huge problem, right? It's an insult to the Creator. It's the biggest insult you can have towards Allah. So it's very important that we worship the Creator alone. We worship Allah alone. We don't seek help from other people. Absolute help we seek only from the Creator, right? Worship, we direct ourselves towards Allah, because He created us and He's given us purpose in this life. And when you don't fulfill your purpose, of course there will be consequences. When this bottle stops fulfilling its purpose, it's no longer holding water inside, I bin it, right? It's no longer doing its job. We have a purpose. If we don't fulfill our purpose, we don't act on our purpose, of course there will be consequences in the hereafter. Allah created us for a reason. Just like you made, the person who made this bottle made it for a reason, right? So,
what's your reason?
the reason is to worship Allah and learn about Allah. Worshipping Allah, we believe the purpose of our Creator, purpose of our creation as human beings is to worship the Creator. Worship means prayer, means doing everything that you do for the sake of Allah. Like those people who are giving you their hope, this is act of worship in Islam. Why is act of worship? Because they do it for Allah. So worship in Islam means anything that you do that is good for the sake of Allah, for the sake of God. So I'm helping you because I want Allah to be pleased with me, right? This is worship. So the main purpose of our life is to worship Allah and to learn about the world. Allah, this world is a test. Whether we will worship Allah or not worship Allah, worship our desires and worship Satan. So this is the purpose of this life, that Muslims have to worship the Creator, and through worshipping Allah you will find happiness, peace and contentment, because Allah gives you the laws, what is right and wrong. How do you determine what is right and wrong, for example? How do you determine? How do you determine what is right and wrong?
Not simple.
You see? So you will take it from your society, and your society will take it from religion. We do not have morality without God. We have our own opinions. I think this, I think that, right? So we say Allah gives us these rules and morals which are perfect. Thou shalt not kill, thou shalt not steal, all of these teachings, right? The morality comes from Allah, or it's not objective, it's subjective, right? So the book has the morality and has the guidance of how to live your life. I need to know what's beneficial for me, for my family, for my daughter, for my wife, for my husband, how to behave towards them the best way and the best things to do to preserve the society. Like going around and having intercourse before marriage and this and that's not good for the society. You have children born out of wedlock, single parent homes, crimes.
Che dopo dice che non è buono, che poi ci va in giro, non fa la famiglia, che dopo non è buono per i figli, che poi ci fanno da soli.
So the teachings of Islam will preserve the society and the individual, right? And without them you'll have chaos. Like here in the West today, they're not following religion. Today, highest divorce rates. To the roof. Divorce, highest divorce rates. 35%, over 35% in the UK, over 50% in America. People are getting divorced. You have the crimes, people drinking alcohol, 60 to 70% of the crime happens to people under influence. Knife stabbing and this and that on a Friday or on a Saturday night, right? The highest depression rates. Schools in America, schools in America, more than 50% of the children, more than 50%. Can you imagine that? Every school, more than 50% of children, they reported depression, right? This is in Pew Research Institute in America. So people are depressed, anti-education. One of 5 people in America, I believe, 1 of 5 men, they commit suicide. Why? Because they're miserable. 1 in 3 women, in some studies says that 1 in 3 women takes antidepressant medication, and those are the people that register that they do. Some people don't register and they do it. People in the West are depressed. Highest divorce rate, highest murder and killing. Why? People are not following the law of the Creator. They made up their own rules and they said we'll follow our own rules. You can do whatever you want to do. So that we end up problems upon me and you. Because look, I don't drink alcohol, but maybe one day the drunk people, they harm me. They come here, sometimes they harm me, they push the table to do something wrong. So I didn't do anything wrong, but still that will affect me. So when Allah says no one drink, because you can drink, you say I do it. No, it's not your right, because you will influence me. You understand what I'm saying, right? So the teachings are for the benefit of the society. And if we do not follow the teachings of Allah, then we will end up with a corrupt society that is going downhill, going worse day by day, right? So that's why this is necessary. The religion or the revelation from Allah is necessary. And Allah, without any doubt, exists. Because if Allah doesn't exist, you cannot exist. Nothing can exist. What do you want to say about that?
It is also possible that you have your own rules. When you have your own rules, that means
yes.
that they are not bad. That they are bad rules. Whenever your own rules that they are good for the society.
Give me an example.
An example, you follow the rules of the state, no? The government.
the rules of but I'm telling you about what the rules of the government are doing to the society. The stats I'm giving you, the government says you can drink, right? The government says, I'm telling you, right? You said the government. The government says you can drink. The government says you can gamble.
Understand that
Yes.
you can understand by yourself that it's not good to drink too much.
No, it's not about too much, even a little bit. There's a study, for the Daily Mail published a study. Look, I'm not going to tell you my opinion. I'll give you studies, right? There's a difference. Daily Mail conducted a study. 0 amount of alcohol is good for you. Every drop of alcohol, 0% of alcohol, 0.001 is bad for you. It's bad for your kidney. It's bad for your kidney. Gives you cancerous cells. It's horrible. It's bad for your skin, right? So if you look at these studies, these are non-Muslims saying that. It's not Muslims. The Daily Mail is not a Muslim place, right? So if you go, they put the study in the Daily Mail. There's a published study there. They say any amount of alcohol is bad. And let me ask you this: how do you become alcoholic? You start by a little bit. No one starts.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Does anyone start drinking the whole bottle from the first time they drink alcohol?
No, but
You have to start gradually.
there are many people they drink a little alcohol while they are having lunch, dinner.
I know the wine that you're talking about. No, but I'm saying something important. What I'm saying is, how do I know who can control and who's going to fall into alcoholism? How can you know? You can't. Why? Because people take alcohol as a means of escaping reality. So they got a breakup. They want to forget.
Necessarily. Sometimes you drink alcohol because you like little.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying everyone. I'm saying the majority. Majority of the people, right? So when the majority of the people do that, when I have a rule, that rule will be based on the majority or minority.
Majority.
Minority doesn't make the rule, right? Exceptions do not make the rule. That's a very well-known thing. So if Allah wants to give a rule, Allah cannot say, look, what's your name? Federica. So Allah cannot say, no one can drink except Federica because she can drink a little bit of wine. Do you get the point? Allah has to give a rule for all society, for the majority, for what most people would be doing, right? But still, even I said to you, even if you drink and you don't become an alcoholic, it's still bad for your body. So you're making a case, it's bad for your body according to science. No, it's still bad, you know. It's still bad, you know. I know you like it. I'm not saying you don't like it. There's a lot of things that we can like that can be bad for us. Do you agree? A lot of people like bad things that they're not good for them. People like smoking, people like drugs, people like this. Sugar is a very good example, yeah?
No, I think sometimes a little you can.
No, but this is the point.
Enjoy
The little
things, but just with the limit.
So the limit, we cannot guarantee that people will not cross.
If people have problem, there's another problem.
No, but it's problem for everyone. If you and me as well. Because if they start drinking, I give you an example. If they start drinking.
One person is depressed. Even if he cannot drink, he will still be depressed.
Sorry?
If one person is depressed, even if he's not drinking, he will be still depressed.
Yeah, do you know the difference is what? I'll tell you the difference. 2 things. First is when you drink because you're depressed, you have to drink more the next time because your body has tolerance to alcohol. So you don't become drunk except that you take more alcohol. This is why you become an alcoholic. This is the point I'm trying to make to you, right? So that's the first issue. The second issue is this, is when you drink, you try for a period of time to shut your mind of the problem. The difference is if you don't drink, you will have to face the issue straight away. You're not going to delay the issue every day by going to the bar every day. Now, the issue is in front of you. You'll have to find the solution today because you cannot escape and run away. So escaping is only delaying, is only making you more miserable and depressed. So the difference is this. Okay, yes, you can have a problem and have an issue and have a depression, but you will get over it much more if you try to deal with it. The right way to get away of these depression issues is to find the issue and to try to deal with it. Wouldn't you agree? So when I drink, I just delay the issue instead of dealing with the issue. Why is that a good thing? Of course, that's not a good thing. So what we're saying is, look, you're trying to find the solution outside of the perfect law. But I'm telling you, if you look at the picture holistically, objectively, rationality will tell you, common sense will tell you, no, this is not good to allow people to drink, anyone. Because if you allow some, as I said to you, okay, why Frederica drinks and I don't drink? I want to drink too. Do you get the point, right? And then he drinks and he becomes an alcoholic, right? So the law has to be unbiased and it has to fit the majority, right? Does that make sense?
You're a good speaker.
I'm not a good speaker. Thank you. Anyways, thank you.